just in regards to the game itself today, is the first opportunity we get to see his formation. And once again, you alluded to him, in regards to the formation, he doesn't really care about the formation. He says, I don't care what formation I play. It's just what's important is how the players apply it on the pitch. And it's just their knowledge of knowing where to be and knowing what to do at all times. And he said it himself, so the player looked confused at times the first half. So we're quite fortunate that we got that goal from the get-go. So whether, in terms of, the goal was sweet, was a nice goal. Play from the back. Ahmad.
Yeah, brilliant by Ahmad. Yeah,
good run.
Brilliant.
That's a long distance to run, bro.
Yeah. And to have the quality at the end.
Exactly.
To still,
and like what done to Rashford, making the right runs. We complain about players not making the right
and
run.
Being there to finish.
And being there to finish it. Good goal. But then after that, possession, I think when they showed the stats of the first half of possession, we was 51%. But you wouldn't think that.
Even end of the game, I think we were still just hiding them.
You wouldn't think that because he was right. When we did have the ball, it was as if he was confused. I didn't really know what to do. And it's early days, isn't it? So you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. Some of them, he said he only had one training session with them.
Yeah, or two, because some of them would have just got back. Some of them would have just got back on Thursday.
Like, I would be... People are going to do it anyway. People are going to base him off this game. And I'm going to be like, what are you judging him on? Like, half of the team went there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And to be honest, if you're realistic, he's not going to get much time this month. On the training ground.
He's going to learn everything on the game day.
Yeah, because we've got literally games every 3 days for the whole month. So it's going to be hard regardless.
Pretty much, he's only more or less going to get one or two training session before every game.
Literally.
Until like January.
One. Maybe one.
One of them will be a recovery session.
Literally.
So, so there wasn't really much to see in the game.
They bossed us though. They bossed us. Like, if they had won, you'd have been like, okay, cool. They won. You wouldn't say, no, they stole it type of situation. But you can see a change, right? And it's to give him time to implement and players to get used to it. But
what was the change that you saw though? When you say you could see a change,
like in terms, even just the passing out from the back, it was a bit more focused.
Okay.
It was a bit more focused. With Ten Hag, it was just, let me give it to somebody.
Yeah.
But this one, you could see how it's swinging
so
from
you're
left
saying there
to
was
right.
There was a pass with a purpose.
There was a pass with a purpose. Yeah. So I could see them passing out, and I'm like, okay, they're not just doing something stupid. Whereas I go back and I think back to the passing out we were doing when Brentford beat us 4-0. It was just pass it anywhere.
Give it to Eriksen with 2 men behind him.
Yeah. Just kick it. And obviously it's still early days, but that's the one thing I could see. Outside of that, I couldn't really see much else. And it's even the personnel. The personnel will improve, or players will get used to where they're playing.
The personnel will improve, because 2 players I pick out today, I thought that Hutchinson was just eating them up all times. I see what the instructions given to Evans. He said it after the game as well. Pressure him as soon as he gets the ball. You got to push out, but you can't be getting turned that easy. Like, obviously, you got to give Evans the benefit of doubt with your old man. So that's why the personnel will also improve the game, because
that ideally would be Lisandro Martinez pressing him,
because he got turned, and as soon as you get turned, then there's a lot of space in behind you. And on top of that, Casemiro was just flying in for flying in's sake.
Yeah, that's Cassie now.
Yeah,
and
that's his game. And I get, and that's what I say. Hopefully, with the improved,
because that will be Ugarte, isn't it?
And I wanted Ugarte to come in. Although Ugarte did improve it in the sense that, okay, cool, now you're not getting turned so easy, or you're not allowing them to skip over you. So it did improve that sense, but the difficulty was now building up to go forward.
So that's why my only memory is the passing out from the back. Because outside of that,
after that, so I can see the improvement Ugarte and Shaw made, because I was speaking to Tokes, and the first thing I swear to you, I was like, we got to get Casemiro off. Because that side, Hutchinson was just having fun. He was doing whatever. He turns Evans and skip over Casemiro, because Casemiro's pretty much doing the same thing. And that the change obviously improved us from a defensive.
Because you took off Evans and Casemiro, but on Shaw.
For sure.
And thinking,
it's just now the confusion when we do get the ball, and it's so funny because we had Eriksen there, and this is why it's confusion rather than like the quality. Because even with Eriksen that is a good footballer, still weren't picking out anyone, and a lot of the times the only quality that we did have is when Bruno's coming.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
And Bruno, and that's
Bruno was trying to find Garnacho or something.
yeah.
That's the only thing that.
And that's the only thing,
Yeah,
and he did find like him
did.
and Garnacho 2 or 3 times. So, and that's the beauty of Bruno sometimes. And one thing that I did see in these games that must have told him is his game was a lot more calmer today.
And stop doing the long passes.
His game was a lot more.
Every
pass is a long pass.
Time, yeah.
His game was a lot calmer today,
Yeah.
and that is the difference I see. And we know Bruno's got quality, but it's his game management that's poor.
Yeah.
It's whether that's what it told him in the past to do or not, or whether. But his game management today was much better. It was a lot more calmer. But that's all I see really. Apart from that, building forward, I want to see what we do moving forward, because that's the most important thing. We're not a team that scores goals.
You guys have always said that on the podcast. You don't score enough goals.
We don't score enough goals, so they do look confused. As the first training session, he's only had one of them, and the players got to improve as well. And I think the good thing about him is that it will really the players that are not good enough will really show in his whatever ideologies he's got in place, because it actually. You have to use more common sense rather than just running, putting your head down. There's a lot more to it than just passing, doing 50-yard passes and all sorts. Like defensively, offensively, whatever it is, there's a lot more to it. So it will actually show up some of the players that are not good enough.
100%.
So we just have to wait and see. So it's the first game anyway. But I agree with what Ado say. If they beat us, we wouldn't be surprised.
Because my boy was missing Madden goal still.
Yeah,
Onana
they had chances.
still.
Yeah, Onana's. Yeah.
And Onana would have saved that Hudson goal, because he come off Mascherano's head. Onana would have saved it.
He would have. He's had a really good season.
Onana's been good, man.
And I think
Onana's been good.
And that's what's important for keepers, isn't it? It counts like the mistakes, and then you can build on from there. It's been really good.
Onana's been good, man.
This season. But
you know he's been good when man don't hear about him on Match of the Day. Sky Sports. They don't mention his name no more. So that's how he's doing these things.
The only time you hear his name,
but then that's why it's important, for podcasts like us and other podcasts, to everyone was ripping him when he wasn't good. He's having a good season. Let's talk about it. Let's not just gloss over it. Of course. Like Roy Keane would say, he's doing his job. I hear he's doing his job, but we're ripping him when he's. You know what I'm saying?
Give him credit when credit is due.
And now he's making the save they made from the lap has to score. By the way,
the lap has to score.
But the save he's made, point blank save.
Yeah, it's hard. So that term has to. I don't agree with it. The only thing you don't
think the lap has to score that goal?
This is my explanation of my terminology. Right, is that when you say has to, unless it's an open goal. Why does he have to? There's a goalkeeper in the goal.
No, Bade. The ball's cut back.
No.
Wait, let me tell you. He's 4 yards out. He's always got to do is find a corner. When I say has to, he has to find a corner.
True. But when you're in a game, you can't direct exactly what's happening. Unless the goal is empty. That's the only time I'm going to say.
But we watch football.
But there's a goalkeeper.
We see strikers going and we think he's got to score that one. You know what I'm saying? He's got to score that one.
Because
you go from.
Can't agree with that.
No, but you go from. But we will go from. He's if you watch football, you say he's got to work the goalkeeper.
He's got to hit the target.
So that's something. Yeah. But there's some other chances that are bigger than that. Okay, he's got to score that. And for me, the lap for the season that the lab is having now, and the player that we think he might be, the talent he has, he's got to put that away.
Then we can't say it's a good save. Then
he's got to put that away. It's a point blank save. I would say it's a point blank save.
I thought it was a good save.
Because he would have been. What was that? That would have been 1-1, innit? Yeah, because they had an equaliser.
He done everything he had to do. Come out, make himself big.
Yeah.
So he did
strong
hands.
Exactly. He's having a good season. He's having a good season.
Good season. Got to give him credit.
100%.
Because even up to this season, some fans were still slandering him at the beginning of the season.
Of course they were, because they didn't like the season.
But that's the point. I like the fact that you made the point that all those people that slander him, you never hear them give him credit now.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so far so good, man.